In a shocking investigation, the U.S. Senate declared the federal student loan program plagued by fraud and abuse. Its report heaped scorn on for-profit trade schools for serving 22% of federal student loan borrowers but accounting for 44% of defaults. The school keeps the student aid money. More recently, in February, the U.S. Department of Education announced it would erase more than $70 million in student loans for former DeVry University students who had been misled by the school's false advertising. Believe it or not, back in 1992, in response to all this hand-wringing about for-profit colleges, Congress gave the Education Secretary a nuclear option, the power to hold leaders of fraudulent colleges, including executives and investors, personally liable for their wreckage. The problem is that 30 years later, the department has yet to use that power. Now, some lawmakers, higher education experts and department officials argue, it's time. The point of holding the owners of fraudulent schools personally liable for student and taxpayer losses is twofold: to give the government another way of recouping those losses and, just as important, to discourage the future sale of education snake oil by shaming the sellers. If ever the department could have, and arguably should have, used this power, student loan experts tell NPR, it was after the historic collapses of Corinthian and then ITT Tech. That's when department attorneys concluded that both schools had enticed students with false and misleading claims and had committed pervasive misconduct, and that, as a result, the value of an ITT education, like Corinthian, is likely either negligible or non-existent. Eileen Connor directs the. In a news release about that report, Connor said, the loans were the object, not education or career training. It is genuinely shocking that this school was able to fool regulators and accreditors for so long. After the collapse of ITT Tech and Corinthian, advocates pushed the Department of Education to give eligible borrowers relief from their federal loans, which, along with other losses related to the co. Why didn't the department use the nuclear authority that Congress gave it in 1992 to hold the school's leaders liable for some of those losses?